What's going on, everyone? We're finally back. It's been a little while. I've been uploading every couple days, but haven't been able to do that lately. I've been sick and just busy. So, anyway, we've got two consoles here that are ready for shells. We've got this shell over here, which actually just has a regular Jasper in it right now, but that's basically the Optimus Prime build with the ghost shell sort of thing and temperature displays and all that. And then we of course still have the ruby red shell, got our controller here, red fans and whatnot's going on over here. So we're gonna sort of build these side by side. This one will probably go in the Optimus Prime. This is 500 gigabyte RGH 1.2. They're both 1.2s. It's got stealth server, and then this one has a flash DVD drive. It's got a 360 Sonos speaker, and yeah, so that's one of the first things we got to do here is desolder this, and we're going to put our red Ring of Light board on this. And then actually before we put that one on, we need to get this speaker off so we can remove the motherboard, and we want to put our single piece heatsink on this one. This is going to be the one with all the extra little bit of fancy stuff. So it's got a Talos Moon fan, but not just any one. It's the Legacy. So we've got our nitro switch here. We're going to have to wire that up, and yeah, just kind of figure out everything that's going in and see how we're going to wire it. For now, this pretty much works. And then if we want to put these fans in, I think I want to, if I can get them to fit with that heatsink. Where did that board go? Here it is. And then we can use the Talos Moon fan DVD cable, and then just use this part of the adapter that will power these additional fans. And yeah, so first things first, we got to get the motherboard out so we can do the heat sinks. And this one we need to still tear down, but we'll probably save that for another video. We're not going to build them literally at the same time, but you know, back and forth, maybe a little bit of both in some videos. But for now, we're starting on this, and this one in the next video we'll actually do a full teardown and see how it is on the inside. So far, based on the work that was done on this one, it seems like everything's very nice, so I assume it's clean, but you never know. Got the old Ring of Light board desoldered from this one wire here, so we could take it out, take the wire out of there. Got the speaker unstuck from the side of the frame and all the screws removed from the back so that we can remove the motherboard. We're going to take these heat sinks off and put the single piece one on. Alright, we got our cool single piece heat sink installed. Let's go ahead and put it back in the metal frame, and then we need to do something before we put the speaker back in place. Alright, as you can see, we got that wire soldered back on to this Ring of Light board. This one has the red LEDs on the outside and white in the middle. And I just think that's going to look better than the all red one with the chrome faceplate that has the red buttons. So white, red, and then we'll save the all red one when we get back to the Vader build in the future. Anyway, next up, put this in place. And before we put the speaker in place, we're actually I want to use this core cooler, XCM core cooler, just to add another cool feature to this build. Now this one's more meant for the bigger aluminum heatsink, so there's a lot of space when you set this in here. But what I want to do is mount that speaker to the back side of this plexiglass or acrylic, whatever it is, plastic, and then mount this to the end here. Now it's supposed to kind of tuck in this part into the next to the heatsink, but we're just going to have it against here. And then this one just kind of latches on to the end of the heatsink right there. Just kind of clips in just like that, nice and snug. And then this one will plug in to this adapter into that 2-pin, and then the other end of this 2-pin is supposed to plug into that one, but there's nothing on the end of it, so we're gonna have to figure that one out. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. We've got our mod chip wired up over there. We've got our speaker down here. Still need to attach this to the wall more securely, and that'll keep all that snug in place. We've got the second part of the fan over here. Now it was missing one of the plugins there, so I kind of had to splice it in to the main harness that then goes back here to plug into this. This will plug into the DVD drive, and then into this we'll plug our DVD drive cable, which has a splice into it for the Talus Moon fan, which has got also a splitter to go into the regular factory 3-pin plug there, and then the rest of it has the nitro switch, which has some sticky backing on it, which will go over one of the memory card doors. And actually the faceplate will go over that, and you just push the door, so the door will no longer open and you can't use that slot, but I honestly have never used one in my entire life. Yeah, and you just push on the door, and that's going to click this either in or out for 5 to 12 volts for that fan. So yeah, we got a heck of a lot going on. Now, I still was going to put the temperature display in. That may not be necessary. Obviously, you can still check the temperatures no matter what. But I don't know, that might help kind of cover a little bit of this craziness over here. Especially, I assume there's an LED on this. I haven't actually turned it on yet since I got it back from Mr. Ghost Systems. Check him out on Instagram or eBay. He's the one that did the mod chip and RGH 1.2 mod after realizing the RGH 3 was just, this motherboard wasn't a fan of it, I guess. Jaspers they don't always like the RGH 3 mod, but anyway, everything seems to be good now. I think that's pretty much all the wiring. Next up, like I said, is deciding the temperature display, and then we have to move on to the DVD drive, which, like I said, this is from a BenQ, and this is a light-on drive, and there's something that prevents it from sitting all the way down, and I'm pretty sure I've done this before, and I can't remember if it actually worked out in the end, but if not, I'll have to get another top shelf from a light-on and cut out the same window, because I still want to keep that, and we'll probably go ahead and put some LEDs maybe in the hard drive shell. The only ones I have that are single, that aren't 12 volts, are UV, and I would rather just have either white or red. So yeah, we'll see about that. But let me go ahead and finish securing this, and that's pretty much it until we get to the DVD drive, because that's where we gotta tuck all these wires and everything. And I don't want to stick this on there until everything's in place, and then we are ready to put the rest of the shell on, so that because I'm going to assume this isn't going to have the best stickiness to it, but the rest of the shell will hold it in place. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now, guys. Probably have to continue this later on, but let's go ahead and finish this video by taking the hard drive off of the other modded console we have that's going in the Optimus Prime build. And let's go ahead and put it in the hard drive that we have finished already, and just, yeah, that'll be done. And then, like I said in the next video, we're gonna move this one aside. Well, probably I'll get this finished and, you know, sort of clean that up, move it aside. And anyway, we'll get this taken apart, see what's going on the inside, and get that ready to put in the other shell here. Alright, so that's where we are right now. What the heck? Take two. Got to decide on the temperature display, because that's just going to add even more nonsense. It would be cool to have absolutely everything kind of put in here, but I don't know, that might be a little much, because I do still kind of want that other LED strip as well, which could either be on the top over here or sort of on the back side to light up the back of the shell. So we'll have to figure that out. But we did put the 500 gigabyte hard drive into this shell here. Went ahead and threw the faceplate on there as well, even though this one's got the all red going on there. So, got this controller that has red LEDs. Look at that. Now, speaking of controllers, I know I haven't done anything with the Deadpool PS3 yet. It was working great. It is still working great, but the controller is like the first gen one, which has the triggers that's like a whole bunch of different pieces. And I just could not get it back on right to where the triggers just actually felt good. And yeah, that one already just didn't seem great. It seems like it might need a new battery as well. So I'm just going to try to get another controller and put the bullet buttons on it, and then that one will be ready. Yeah, like I said, there's just been a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, yeah. I don't know why I expected the hard drive to have any issues. I mean, I didn't really, but it's working, and I don't know what I'm talking about. It is late, and this video, I think, is over. We'll see you in the next one. We're going to continue on this, and we're going to tear this one apart and start putting that one together. And like I said, we'll kind of have them side by side. There shouldn't be anything to paint or anything too crazy to do on them, and we should get them together pretty quickly. So, yeah. See you in the next video.